Good morning. It is 6:40 in the morning. I just woke up. I didn't just wake up. I've been in bed for a while. But anyway, I have this sweater. This is the So Faded Sweater by Andrea Mowry, and it's knit out of Cat Sandwich Yarns. And this sweater I've knit twice. The first time I knit it, I did not read the directions properly, and I also thought I needed a bigger sweater. It doesn't matter. It came out too big. And then I thought I was going to run out of yarn, so I had to do 3/4 inch sleeves, which I didn't like. Okay, so then I was like, well, this is $100 worth of yarn. It doesn't fit right, so I'm not going to wear it. What a waste. I'm going to reknit it. And I took the whole thing. It was ends woven in, done and done. I took the whole thing out and reknit the entire thing, and it fit me for about a minute and a half. I had lost some weight. I gained it back. Fine, whatever. We're not talking about that, which I'm okay with, by the way. It's fine. I don't need, anybody to be like, it's okay. It's fine. I'm totally fine with it. But anyway, now it's too small. So I'm actually really thinking I can reblock this. What do you think? Do you think I can soak it and stretch it? I only need about a couple inches, to be honest with you. I think I could do it, and I'm going to try to do it this morning. That's what's going to happen. Also, because I was talking to myself, Elizabeth Bennett woke up because she thought I was talking to somebody else. Okay. So I was going to apologize for the way that I look, but I'm not going to because this is what I look like when I wake up. And this is what human beings look like when they wake up. I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. Also, tell me why last night we can have thunder all night, thunderstorms, lightning, vibrant lightning, loud thunder, pouring rain, and we don't lose power. All night long, do not lose power. This morning, drizzle, sprinkle drizzle, we lose power twice. Tell me why. And it's not even like we lose power. It like blips just enough for my internet to go out. I also did not sleep super great because we had thunder. So I woke up at like 11 and it was the most bizarre thunder. It was like no lightning and the weirdest rumble that like I actually didn't even think it was thunder. I was like, what? Now, I know I was like just woke up, so like was I like, I don't know, like half asleep still, but I'm like, what is that weird noise? Then she needs to stop barking at 6:45 in the morning. Then it was like 2 in the morning and it was like the most vivid lightning and the loudest thunder. It had to have been right over us because I counted the seconds, and you know how like you count the seconds and that's how many miles away. It was like 3, but I actually listened to a podcast called Ologies. I don't know if you listened to it. The host is Allie Ward. It's called Ologies, Ologies, and it's amazing. And I listened to an Ologies about lightning, and they said something about how that calculation isn't true. So I'm actually going to look it back up, and I'm going to come back to tell you and what the calculation really is, because they said that's not really like the most accurate. And I'm going to block this sweater, and I'm going to attempt to work, because in my head this morning, I thought I was going to be up and working at 6. I would have been working for 45 minutes. And now I'm probably not going to work at all because this is going to be in my face. I have to take a shower. I have to block this. The things you think in the morning are not the things that happen when you actually get out of bed. I think that's it. This sweater is also a little interesting too. Like, I like her patterns. This may be the second thing I've knit from her. It might be, but her raglan increases are interesting. And I don't know if they're just not graded. I don't know anything about pattern writing, so I could just be completely talking nonsense right now. But I made like a couple of Hoagie Locatelli sweaters, and Andrea Mowry sweaters are like, the raglan increases are like 100 years long, And then you get this weird like bunchy thing. And I don't know if she just doesn't have the right, it's like bunchy under the armpit or something, like right here in like the crook. And like, I don't know if she just doesn't have the right grading for larger bodies. I am in a larger body, but I'm not in such a large body that can't generally knit a mainstream pattern. I'm usually the biggest size in it. So I'm not trying to like complain about anything. I do appreciate that I do have like a certain level of privilege because I can still knit most designers' patterns. I am in the largest size, but I do understand that there are tons and tons of patterns out there that a lot of people cannot fit into because they don't design them big enough or grade them big enough. So I'm totally understand that. Liz, stop. Stop. She digs in my couch. So I'm not trying to say that I'm in that category. I know that I'm not. But I do feel like maybe she just doesn't. She is in a smaller body herself. Let me know. Like, let me know what you think, because I really don't think that it's like correct. And not only am I in a larger body, but I also have a large chest. And even when I was in a smaller body, I had a large chest. So like, I don't know if she just doesn't know how to design for big chest. I don't know, but it's weird. It is like a little bit weird, and like, it looks weird. Let me turn this around. Like, it looks like, even like here, if you look, like I just smoothed this out. I didn't do any stretching or anything. And it like bows out weird right here. It looks like a little bit bigger right here. I don't know, like, what's the deal? And I'm not her biggest fan. It's not that I don't like her. I actually like a lot of her designs. Sometimes I feel like her, I'm not trying to get into any kind of controversy in the knitting community by any means, but I do feel like for a lot of her patterns, she uses a ton of yarn. And I know you can get more affordable yarn and stuff, but the suggested yarn she uses is usually quite expensive. It's like that time I wanted to make that Hohi Locatelli thing, and it was like in conjunction with some other yarn company. And so I went to VKL and I looked at the yarn, and it would have cost me, and I'm in a big body, but I'm not like, not as whatever. And I'm not trying to say like, fat people deserve clothes and good clothes and nice clothes and all of this stuff. So I'm not trying to say anything like that. But like, I'm not in that big of a body, and that yarn would have cost me like $400 alone for the yarn. It was ridiculous. Okay, so anyway, but that was like a long sweater. That was like a duster and a long sweater. I'm talking about like, I feel like Andrea Mowry does like a lot of this stuff, like hold 15 yarns together. And it's like, but why? Like, why are we like multiplying this yarn cost by 4 because you want us to marl every single yarn and you need 80 skeins of, it doesn't matter. I'm not her biggest fan anyway. I do like a lot of her designs. I think they're nice, but like the construction of them is not like my favorite. So like, I haven't knit very many of her pattern. I think this might be my second, but it actually might only be my first. But anyway, I feel like her raglan increase, maybe because I knit this sweater twice. I feel like I've knit 2 of her patterns and I've just knit this one. I feel like her raglan increases are way long. Like, I don't understand. Maybe she has a very long décolletage. Like maybe I have a very short, I am petite actually, now that I think about it. So I am 5'1". This is a ramble. Do you guys even care? Do you guys care? Okay. So I'm 5'1", but the proportion of my legs is longer than the proportion of my torso. So like my sister Amy is like 5'3", and we have the same inseam. So I feel like my legs are long and my torso is short. And so when I buy dresses, for example, where the waist is supposed to hit, I'll have extra here at the shoulders because my torso is petite. So maybe that's the problem with the raglan increases. I'm not a designer. I don't sew. I don't know anything about this stuff, but maybe for me, maybe her décolletage is longer and she's designing for that, and that's why there's 100 years of raglan increases, and it's bunchy for me. Regardless, I've been talking incessantly. I've been waxing poetic about this. I'm just gonna soak it and try to reblock it. That's all. That's the whole point of this whole thing, is I'm gonna try to make this bigger so that I can wear it, because I don't want to give away a sweater that has $100 worth of yarn in it. I will, but I don't want to. That was it. I don't know why I was going on. It's been like 45 minutes that I've been talking about this. Okay, bye. Hello. So I wasn't feeling that great. Like my stomach was kind of feeling unsettled and easy. So I wasn't sure like what I was going to do for lunch because I wasn't really feeling that good. I think I probably just didn't eat enough. Like I had just yogurt for breakfast. So I made this chili last week, this vegetarian chili, and I think it's better than when I made it. I mean, it's sat for a few days, so it probably is because usually stuff like that is better. It is so good. I wasn't even going to eat like the whole thing. It's not a ton left over, but like I wasn't going to eat all of it because sometimes it can be like a lot because it has a lot of beans and stuff in it. I think I'm going to have a second helping. It was so good. So I have to film my Mandy doll. I feel bad because I think that maybe some people misunderstood. I'm going to give it to the person tonight. She ordered it. She knows she's getting it. She ordered it for somebody else. But I have to give it to her tonight. So I'm filming a podcast on Friday. So in order to talk about the Mandy doll as an FO, I'm going to have to like record it now and like insert the video. But I think maybe somebody or some people thought that I was like filming me gifting it. I'm not going to, I'm sorry. But I am going to film it and talk about it. I also didn't think I was going to put it in this vlog, but I guess maybe there are some people who watch the vlog and won't watch the podcast. So I mean, I'm not going to have any way to ask you guys. It's either going to be in the vlog or not in the vlog. So maybe I'll just put it in the podcast. I'm sorry, guys. And let me think what else. And then I have to finish work tonight or this afternoon. And then I actually scheduled a flu shot and a COVID booster. So I've had 3 COVID shots, where I know a lot of people had 4 and some older people had 5 already, but I figured I might as well get it before, not that I'm against getting it, I just hadn't gotten it. Before I go to Rhinebeck, it might be a good idea to have some fresh antibodies before I go. So I was going to try to get it tomorrow. So I checked like appointments and they had one today at 5:30. And then the next available they had was on Monday. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll just take today's. So I'm going to go do that later. I'm also going to get a flu shot with it because I might as well. So that's all. Yeah, I wasn't feeling good. And like, I have work, like when you work for yourself, you always have work to do. So like, I have work to do, but I don't have to work. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll lay down. I also had said earlier, I didn't sleep that great because of the thunderstorms. So I was like, maybe I'll have to lay down. I don't really feel good, but like I said, I'm feeling better now. So anyway, that's the plan. Okay. Oh, I'm also trying to see how I can watch Coal Miner's Daughter because Loretta Lynn died and I'm so sad. And I know she was 90, which is great, but death is always sad, I think. So, you know, people are posting all of these like reels and things of her singing. And I love that movie, Coal Miner's Daughter. I don't know if anybody has seen it. It has Sissy Spacek and Tommy Lee Jones in it. It's so good. So, I'm like trying to find, and of course I probably won't be able to find it. I'll probably have to rent it to watch it, but that's what I'm doing right now. Also, correct me if I'm wrong. She was Crystal Gale's sister. Is that correct? Crystal Gale was her sister. And Crystal Gale is the one with the super long hair, right? Like down to the floor. I can just Google it. I'll Google it. Update. Crystal Gale is Loretta Lynn's sister, and she is still alive. I thought I knew that. Anyway, I was asking my husband last night, which he doesn't really like know a ton of pop culture stuff. And them being like country music artists, he's not really into country. So he was like, I have no idea. Okay. So Crystal Gale is Loretta Lynn's sister and is still alive. And I looked up the thunder thing. So if you count how many seconds from lightning to thunder and then divide by 5, that's how many miles away it is. So if you count 5 seconds, then it divided by 5 is 1, so it's 1 mile away. If you count 15 seconds divided by 5 is 3, so it's 3 miles away. So there were 3 seconds in between the lightning and the thunder. So it was literally like on my house. I was right in it. And the other thing, I was just talking to some friends this morning about it. It was so weird. It felt like it lasted forever. Like, you know how like in a faster moving storm, it's like 2, maybe 3 lightning thunder combinations are that close together, and then it starts to get further and further apart. I feel like it was like 45 minutes of like 3 seconds after lightning, it was thunder. It was crazy. It was really crazy. So that's the real math, not like counting 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000. That's how many miles away. It's do that and then divide by 5. The more you know. Hello everyone. I don't know how the sound is going to be because it's going through my car, but I am going to my COVID booster and my flu shot. I didn't end up filming the Mandy doll like spiel, so I have a picture of it, so I think I'm just going to insert the picture while I talk about it on the podcast. It's fine. Like, you guys have seen it before. And I'm still going to talk about it on the podcast. I just didn't film a separate video for it. I had to make like a bunch of phone calls. So like I had like phone calls with family and like a long phone call with my friend, and which is great. But and then I was like working while I was on the phone. So like I never got around to it. You know, I don't like feel that great today. Like, I'm sure it's because I haven't had enough water. I never have enough water. So I just like don't feel good, and it's like it's raining outside. It's like dreary, and I just want to take a nap. Like, so I just was like, do I really have to film? Do I really have to sit there? Like, sorry, not sorry. So that's it. So I'm going to do this, and then we have to eat, and then we have our meeting tonight, and then we'll be home late. So I'm not sure. I think we're gonna have burgers tonight, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna talk to you guys again this evening. So if I don't talk to you, thanks for watching. If I don't film anymore, I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.